Hello, and welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 24W13A, and this is a big one. It's a huge one. The actual update page did say this might be like one of the last snapshots, or like the last like big feature snapshot, which it probably is. There's like, so many huge features in this snapshot. And first up is pillagers will now completely be changed. So if we spawn a guy in here, if we get one of the banner, which is like the raid captain, oh there it is, perfect. We kill this guy, kill him. He will now drop this new bottle, the ominous bottle, instead of giving you the bad omen effect, so you won't have it. And now if we go here and switch to survival mode, like so, switch to survival mode and drink the bottle, you'll now get the raid omen, and because we're in a village, it'll trigger. Very cool. And this will tick down, and then it won't actually start a raid. So if we drink the milk, we can actually cancel it. So if you accidentally run into a village, you can drink milk and quickly stop the raid. This is really nice, so now if you randomly kill a guy with the banner, you won't have to worry about accidentally starting a raid, but if we do drink one in the village, we'll have this raid omen effect. And you actually get another effect if you go outside of the village, so we leave the village. I might be able to get the effect. Yeah, it's activating instantly because we're still in the village, but if we go out of the village, I'll drink another one. I think it's activating because we have the, there it is. You get the bad omen, the normal bad omen. They got brand new icons which look really, really cool. If we go back into creative mode real quick, we can fly over here again. And as this counts down, the raid omen, they'll sort of try to pathfind to where we like activate the ominous bottle. And the ominous bottle is used on activation. It's like you like drink it pops, so you don't actually get a bottle back. But they're really cool. It's sort of a nerf to raid farms. I've seen like instantly the farm people have instantly the raid mobs will actually drop these, so you can like literally give them to the player. They have them in their offhand. You just have the player just right click them every once in a while to like eat a bottle, So it's like it only slows the raid farm. It doesn't like nerf. It's a nerf because it slows them down. But like anything that you can AFK, is great. So now we're gonna get a normal raid. And the next thing that these bottles will do, we'll now have to go to the trial chamber. Let's go there. And now we're in the trial chambers. The next thing these bottles will actually do is completely change how you take on a trial chamber, which is really awesome. Also, they've moved the vaults into like the little part of the wall here. It's pretty cool. You get like a little view of how they look now. So they're not like there's no way you can like confuse this with that. Now they're like in the wall. You can clearly see the difference. So you see the spawner normally. You see the skeletons in there. You see how it normally works. So when we go into survival mode, it will actually activate, but we're going to go behind the wall, eat one of these, get the effect, ready? So now we have the bad omen effect, and when we switch to survival mode, we'll now have the trial omen effect, which will now make these mobs spawn with trimmed armor, which is awesome, makes it way harder. The spawner changes from the orange to a blue to show it's harder. And also get rid of all the cooldown, which is crazy. That's like the actual best part about the omen thing. So you can actually farm these guys instantly, these spawners. So you can get like infinite breeze rods and stuff without having to wait. And also you just saw that there with the fire and stuff, and these like arrows that are coming out. And this is experience. The spawner will actually launch out things such as, I want to eat this so I don't die. Okay, look at that. I love the like. The effects. Look at that. There's like a fire effect there. Oh, we got the new key as well. Awesome. So I got the brand new key, the ominous trial key. Then we go back into creative mode real quick, just so we don't have to. This is all the mobs attacking us. Yeah, these spawners have a new chance to drop the ominous key, which is the brand new vault block. So this is the original vault block. As you can see here, it looks like that. And we go over here to the new one. These ones have like candles around them. There we go. You can see the difference pretty clearly between the two of them. And yeah, and all the things that these spawners can drop are like new potions, old potions, the fire you saw, and also all sorts of that kind of stuff, which is really cool. So it makes them way more difficult, It's really fun. And the ominous trial spawners give you these keys for the ominous vault, and the ominous vault is just like a better version of the vault. So let's open it up. So if you open up this one, you get way better loot. So I'll show you all the loot in a second, but yeah, look at the difference in the loot. That's crazy. 11 wind charges as well. So you definitely want to like do this place first normally. Grab the trial keys, open up all the vaults, and then redo this with bad omen, and then get the trial omen to then get the brand new which is pretty cool. And this one has 1 skull. This one has 3 skulls. It's very much like a wither, you know, the 3 skulls, you know. Now to show you what's in the brand new vault. So the new vault will have, this is the lowest level loot, and it will also give you the ominous bottles, so you can actually get more of them from them, and it'll give you the higher levels. So normally you can only get like level 1 and 2, but you can actually get level 3, 4, and 5 from these, which is pretty good. And these are like the max drops. So new arrow with the new potion, which we'll see later. Okay, very cool. Honestly, very good. Even like the low level loot is very good. This loot, the worst loot here is the iron block. Like that should honestly be removed, but you know, still good. Random enchants on the armor, and also random books as well. That's another thing. And then the real loot. This is the real loot you're going to be wanting to do these extra hard trial spawners for. And that's for the heavy core and the flow and the the flow trim and the flow banner pattern. The other banner pattern and the other trimmer in the other vault, which is pretty good. It like makes both vaults have like exclusive loot that you want to get. So to get both banner patterns or both trims, you have to go to both, you know, vaults, which is pretty cool. I think that's a really cool way of doing it, and it makes the mace even harder to get. So if you see someone with a mace, you know that they have to go through not only the trial spawner, but also an even harder version of the trial spawner, which is very, very cool. And the next new feature is the 4 brand new potions. This update is literally huge. 4 brand new potions. So to craft each of them, we're going to need first to craft the wind charge potion. I'm going to use the breeze rod with the awkward potion, and then to craft the next one, the weaving one, you're going to put the cobweb in. The next one is going to be the oozing with the slime block, and the final one is the infestation with a stone block, which is pretty interesting. So when we see this one, it'll turn them into the new potion, wind charge, and they work the same as all the other potions. You can make them splash, you can do all the kind of cool stuff that you normally can. Weaving, we got the oozing. Oh, oozing just sounds like oozing. And infestation. These are really cool. These are actually some of the new potions that drop from the new spawners. So the new spawners where you boost them with the bad omen effect, they'll actually throw these potion effects out, and they actually buff the. Will make it even harder for you. So if we spawn ourselves a zombie here, and we throw on the weaving, when we take him out, which will take 3 hits, he will spawn a cobweb. So there you go. He'll spawn a cobweb randomly around, which is really cool. And also, if you get the weaving effect, you can also move faster through cobwebs. I don't know if they've added it yet, but you should be able to move faster with cobwebs, which is pretty cool. And it'd be really cool if they like kept this as like a spiders automatically have this sort of like potion effect. That'd be really cool. So now the next one is wind charge. Wind charge. Look at the effects in the top right. They look so cool. When the mob dies, it'll produce a little wind charge sort of bubble around, which is really, really cool. So, you know, I'm sure that'll be pretty interesting. So you've got these two. I love the effects on the right. Look how cool they look. Next is oozing. Oozing is honestly very interesting. So oozing, also amazing looking effect. Every time you take out the mob, it will spawn 2 slimes, like these size as well. 2 medium slimes. So if you have a spawner spawn a couple of zombies in, and then you get hit with oozing, they'll now all spawn slimes after. And all of this stuff you can use for like farming stuff. Like the slimes still drop slime balls and stuff. So if you had like a farm full of mobs, like you know any farm, like chickens or whatever, throw an oozing potion on them. Bam. Also, yeah, like the slimes are immune to the oozing potion, or else that'd be like broken. You'd have like infinite like slimes spawning from slimes, it'd just be going crazy. But yeah, so you know, you can actually get slime balls from like any mob now, which is pretty cool. And the final one is infestation. Infestation works just like the oozing one, where instead of slimes, it'll spawn silverfish, but instead of working like the oozing, where it'll guaranteed spawn upon death, the oozing is guaranteed on death, and so is the wind charge one. But the infestation one is per damage taken. So I think it's a 5% chance right now to spawn a silverfish. So there you go, 5% chance to spawn a silverfish every time they take damage. So you know, like this one zombie here is taking a whole bunch of hits, and you know when you're like fighting like 10 of them that have the infestation effect, then you're gonna start seeing silverfish spawning in, and this makes it harder. This makes it harder and harder and harder to like do stuff. But the effects look so cool. Like, look at these effects. Look how cool they look. I love the little silverfish right there. This makes that achievement, the advancement in your advancement tab, to like have all the potion effects, which I believe it should be an adventure, right? I don't know where it is, but Is it? Oh, it's in the Nether, I think. Yeah. There's an advancement to get every single potion effect, and it's like one of the hardest advancements in the game. And people have done it. People have done it a lot, and they've done speedruns of it. Not in the newer versions where you have to get wardens and stuff. They've not. You know, I think there's like one speedrun of it. It's like 24 hours long as well. So this just makes it even harder, and you know, it's just even harder. But I love like the idea of like the spiders just keeping weaving, which is really cool. And if you thought it couldn't get any better, they've not only added brand new potion effects, they've added new enchantments. So let's go check those out real quick. And now for the brand new enchants to go on the mace. So the mace, it was already overpowered, and now it's even more overpowered. So if we go in here, we'll look at the brand new enchant. So firstly, we have the Destiny enchant. So the density increases the density of the mace. So every level it is, increases the amount of damage it does per block. So at 5, you're doing an extra 5 damage, which is just crazy. So that would take an extra 5 blocks to kill. You're now killing in 5 less blocks, which is just crazy. Huge like buff right there. So you know, you wind charge, and then you know, you can get really huge wind charge like that. Bam! Literally got an achievement right there for that. Use density. Bam! Huge damage. This is the density one, right? Yeah, the middle one. So we can do this. I think we actually might get the achievement here for the. If we go up here and then look at that, crazy. The pigs are going everywhere. But yeah, and now the next one is the wind burst effect, which is really cool. So this one, if we were to hit one, launches in the air. So you can literally chain it with like, look at that. You can literally chain it. I'm about to do a big chain in a second, which is gonna be really fun. So yeah, the higher the level of this, the more like the explosion is. So if you had a whole bunch of entities or a bunch of players in like a big mosh pit, you can literally continually get in the air doing huge damage. Like, this is crazy. You're going to be one-shotting stuff every time. It's actually insane. And if it wasn't broken enough, so you have something that makes your damage even more, something that gives you a crazy like boost back up into the sky, so you can do even more hits. Honestly, one-shotting stuff anyways, there's no real point even to use Wind Burst. Honestly, it's probably good for like, when you first attack somebody, you like hit them with the Wind Burst, and it launches you in the air for the follow-up hit. So the follow-up hit will be the one that does all the damage. So you don't even need wind charge. You don't even need to carry wind charge with you, because you have the wind, the wind mace. It's actually so much fun. This is what Minecraft needs to add. All this fun stuff. It's so fun. So much fun. Like when you start playing with the wind burst, you're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be great. Like it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna have to nerf it, I feel like, because I know the idea is like, oh, it's super hard to get. So it's like, you know, oh, you know, it's like, you know, you're gonna make it like OP, but like it's a little bit too OP, I'd say. Because when you hear what the next one does, then you're going to be like, yeah, it's a bit OP. So the final enchantment, Breach, negates armor. So the first level is only 15%, and then another 15%, which is 30%, 45%. 60% of the armor is just negated. So you're wearing full netherite protection. 60% worthless. So this, having this, basically means you might as well not be wearing half of your armor. That's actually insane when you actually like think about that. So like look, that's insane. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about a full netherite player, and you just like you just like go like this, bam, one tap him. That's crazy. Like I need to like see PvP battles with this like maces are honestly might be like the way to go. Like, you know, because it's interesting because the main method of like PvPing right now is end crystals, and it's based on like your like line of sight. So you the end crystal's here, for example. You know, if you're above it, you take more damage. So it's interesting. It probably will still be better to use end crystals, but if you don't use them, then Mace is like the easy #1 new weapon, which is pretty good. You want the new weapon to be OP. So let's get rid of these. So yeah, you can see the 3 of them on here, and it's so good that you can like just get them in here like randomly. Like, look, you can just get them. And you can also get all the old enchantments, so mending, breaking, all that kind of stuff. So here's all 3 of the new ones. And here's one of all the enchantments you can get. You can also replace Smite with Bane of Arthropods if you want to do that. And also like put Binding or Vanishing on it if you want to like do that as well. But I want to grab the Wind Charge one, which is this one right here, the Wind Burst. Let's just blast away in here. Ready? And I'm just clicking as I go down. You can literally just stay in the air. Oh, that's actually so much fun. You can make like a parkour map where you just like Look at this. Oh, that's awesome. That's like the funnest thing ever. Wait, let me grab it oozing or something. Oozing, is it 2 zeros? Yes, it is. 2 O's. Throw oozing on all these guys real quick. And then we go back to the wind charge. And then slimes will spawn in. There you go. And it starts spawning in slimes. This is crazy. This is like vanilla Minecraft. This is actually crazy. Like, this is the kind of stuff you would not expect in vanilla Minecraft, but it's just here now. Look at that! Look how fun this is! You can do some crazy stuff now in Minecraft. This is awesome. And yeah, we use the ultimate one with the fire aspects. This is just crazy. And like stuff like the Wither take more damage from Smite. So this does like crazy damage. Like this is actually like, as a sword, it does 7 damage. So if you look at the swords real quick, like if you're not like that good at it, like even if you like, you know, only have a mace and swords like running at you, you're still doing like diamond sword damage. Obviously you're not doing any of the crazy stuff. Oh, that's actually really cool. If you hit them at that angle, you still bounce up. So that's very cool. Look at the particle effects as well. Incredible work. Mojang's really outdone themselves this update. I was going to say, like, anyone, like, a lot of people have been like, oh, this update's been so trash. And I was like, I was not going to say it. I was sort of like feeling it at the beginning. I was like, oh man, this update, I don't know. And like, I'm fully in. I'm like, this is like the best update. Definitely, like, you know, I don't know. I think this is the best update in like a long time. Definitely. I think if Caves and Cliffs were one update, then it'd be like the best since that. But because there were 2 updates, well, like, there were actually 4 updates for Caves and Cliffs, but. You know, best definitely since the Nether update. And I think the Nether update, if you look back, didn't have as much stuff as this update has. This update's added 4 new potions. It's added in a new mob. It's added in a brand new dungeon. It's added in a new weapon. It's added in the dogs, the armadillos. It's added in all this crazy stuff. I actually think they're for 1.20.5, but all this stuff's for 1.21. So much fun. Hope you all enjoyed this episode where I was checking out all of these features. It's just been incredible exploring these features. I can't wait to play them all in survival. Like, it's actually been so much fun to like do it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching this episode, and stay tuned for all the new exciting videos when we see all the new stuff they're going to add. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.